Hey gang, Roger Scott here from Wealth Press. So this is the third part of a three-part video series about what I would do differently, all right, if I started out. So the question is, how do you start out with without all this noise around you? How do you know what the right action is to take? How do you know that you're on the right path? And I gave you some really good steps. I talked about psychology. That was the first video. I explained to you during that video that psychology is a lot more than just cutting your losers quickly and letting your winners ride. Psychology has a lot to do with your belief system and what you believe you can expect from trading. The amount of winners, the size of the winners, how much you can make from trading, all of that has to do with psychology, okay? So you need to make sure your psychology, your expectations are in line. Number two, I talked about trends and indicators, and I explained to you that the best way to define trends is with relative strength and not technical indicators that rely on mathematical formulas. And number three, all right, let's talk about trade clusters. Folks, I know it sounds simple. I know this is really easy stuff. I know we're not getting into really deep details, but hear me out. I'm giving you some of the best stuff I know. I'm giving you information that can change how you trade, all right? So trade clusters. Once you use relative strength, you identify the right stock. Excuse me. You need to make sure that you don't put all your eggs in one basket, all right? You never, ever, ever want to put all your eggs in one basket because it's dangerous, all right? You want to diversify your account. You want to diversify by putting a little bit into this, a little bit into this. So if you're trading tech stocks, mix it with utility stocks. If you're trading bond stocks or bond ETFs, trade NASDAQ stocks with it. Put some small caps into the mix. Mix things up. There's a saying, it's called diversification is the last free lunch on Wall Street. So diversify your portfolio. The more diversified you are, the more you can spread your risk, the less chance of you taking a massive down hit during a drawdown, okay? A drawdown is when your account goes into the negative before it goes into the positive. And you want to minimize the drawdown level. And you do that by diversifying, by creating trade clusters. So my trade cluster may look like this. One stock is tech. The second stock is blue chip. The third stock, for example, could be small cap. And the fourth could be a TLT, which is a bond ETF. So again, we're looking to diversify by creating clusters. Each cluster is a perfect cocktail that's mixed for the next week or the next day or the next cycle. So remember, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And again, remember a couple of really big things. Relative strength, raw price, psychology, your expectations, your relative strength for trend identifications, and trade clusters so you don't put all your eggs in one basket. And again, if I had to start all over, I wish somebody would come into my office and slap me as hard as they could in the face with this information. All right? It would be a game changer. I hope this helps. Please subscribe to this channel. I'll talk to you soon.